I've done the sales vertical. इसको minimize करना this side. And where is that? Advanced. But there was this Jyoti madam's class. Okay, guys. Now look here. This chapter with which we are continuing. What is that? Effects. है ना? Effects के बाद कौन सा है? Preventive measures. Now we will do it in a very that brain mapping method. You understand what is brain mapping? So put the heading. Some schools are doing that. Preventive measures.
Sir, brain mapping मतलब वो approach है.
It's easy for you. But before to that, there are two effects we didn't do. What was that?
Soil evolution and
Radioactive. Na? Which one you want me to give brain mapping, or you want to give me both? Don't give also. Sure. Everyone.
Yes.
Remember, your voting is very important, man.
Right.
पक्का. ठीक है. फिर चलो. Let us go to. मैं फिर ending में थोड़ा सा करवा देता हूँ, है ना? Preventive measures में the first one you have to write in your notebook is like exactly I think. Everyone pick up. Use your margin as well. Vehicular pollution. How are we going to prevent it? The first thing we are going to have, you write carpooling and leave sizable space. The second one, as per your volume, next to carpooling, is use of public transport. यार ना ऐसा लिखो और एक भी ब्रेन मैपिंग वो भी सिखा देता use of public transport no need to leave space in between करते जाओ and the last one is no smoking zone no smoking zone okay
So we don't have to leave the space.
no need okay wait दूसरा मैं कर सकता हूँ now after carpooling you pull an arrow and write 1 2 and 3 and then leave these three lines then you write abhi jaise for example you write this is Roman alphabet 1 correct this is 1 this is 2 and this is 3 so ye 3 point likhna then you start with 2 is what public transport again write 1 2 and 3 then after that you go for 3 no smoking 1 2 and 3 so use your volume except this I think points are easily available hai na you know what is carpooling everyone what is carpooling if your destination is same and if you are living in the same building or the same location instead of 4 cars going let one people take all the 4 now I think Uber and other apps are also doing carpooling so that is right then you have the right to use of public transport either you write buses trains correct etc etc so write like this chalo use your volume we want my volume pick it up 1 to 3 points what is carpooling and what are its advantages what is public transport what are its advantages something like that
Sir, ready class के point करके.
देखना exactly agree na that is carpooling
Approach at के form में लिखा.
हाँ वैसे ही अभी जैसा बोर्ड में लिख रहा है जगह क्यों नहीं होगा देख
सेपरेट इसका
हाँ तो कारपूलिंग के लिए ये 3 लाइन है ये डायरेक्टली उसके नीचे आई एम नॉट आस्किंग यू टू राइट बिलो आई एम नॉट अप्लाइंग योर सेंसिबल ब्रेन
advantage लिखने हैं.
हाँ what is carpooling and advantage what is public transport and advantage and today only we will start that big chapter है ना natural vegetation please bring your world maps, sir. And I'm starting the map book. The other two branches are almost complete. सो लेंदी वो मैं दिया हाँ ठीक है पूरा कॉपी मत करना ट्राई टू यूज योर इंग्लिश नॉलेज एंड राइट स्मॉल सेंटेंसेस and when you are writing you have a query please ask me okay anyone finish can give the note to me.
Sir, do trains cause air pollution?
No, generally, if it is a diesel engine, then only. Electric engine doesn't cause.
Bus.
Why not?
So you are saying it causes less noise pollution,
Which one?
more air pollution, advantages of public transport.
Because if there is 50 people who are traveling in one bus, you remove the bus, 50 people on their own vehicle. Samjha? That is how carpooling and use of public transport is helpful. Obviously. And in a train, there are 3,000 passengers moving. Have you ever train hata diya to kya hoga? All on their own vehicle. How much air pollution, noise pollution? You have to think like that. Don't copy paste, understand and write. You see, some are blindly going on. If I give it 2 lines only. And read me for no smoking zone.
As a preventive measure, mandatory smoking statutory health involving 1 cigarette packs were introduced in 1975. That's right. Second point, no smoking zone is a zone where smoking is a punishable offense and it is not allowed to pursue. Third point, advantages of no smoking zone are it reduces healthcare costs by reducing the chances of smoking. Second point, it reduces harm to the consumer.
Okay. Any other from the girl? Give it the attention. Bring. You ask. Sorry. Don't bring. Attention. Read girl.
It reduces the air pollution. Areas which have prohibited smoking have been found to have better air quality as
He's reading. That's what we know. What is Manasvi asking from brilliant?
I am one.
Now what are you asking?
I am asking why the definition of no smoking zone is giving
Is
me
he
the
the expert to give you that?
It's a word.
Maybe.
What is the question coming in?
What's the definition of no smoking?
देखो ये फ्यूचर का बंदा है मतलब स्मोकिंग का गेरिंग I'll give it. What is non-smoking you want? Priyanka, please. Akanta, complete it. I'll give that. You asked me how this board child will give you.
Opposed to areas where smoking is allowed.
Good girl. So, please. Okay. I've asked you to write it in. No, but did you write it in the notebook?
Yeah.
That's okay. You are reading from the textbook, fooling me. Everyone write down what is no smoking zone. Could I carry the Bible?
No smoking zone is a zone where smoking is a municipal offense and it is not allowed to pursue.
Teacher India. Increasing smokers and adversely affecting the passive smokers. You know who are passive?
Yes.
Those who don't smoke, like we are. मतलब उनको affect नहीं होगा, passive smokers को ज़्यादा affect होता पहला, है ना? So that also when you are school, well not school, anywhere you are standing and somebody is smoking, try to be a little bit far away from you. Because for him or her might not be affecting. For you it will be more. Because we are all passive smokers. Increasing. क्या लिखा है? Very good. दोनों लड़के लोग बहुत आगे हैं. Right now, what did I say? Increasing smoking and adverse effect on the passive smokers had forced the government. Had forced the government. Had forced the government to establish. ये तुझे नहीं लिखने ना, लिख अभी. To establish no smoking zones at different junction of the city and rural areas. At different juncture of the cities and rural areas. अब लिखो what is no smoking. ये उसका पहला वाला लाइन है, समझा? Are those zones? Continue. Are those zones where smoking is legally, ये words नहीं है, चुपचाप लिखना, prohibited by an act of the law? That's it. Is it in the most decent format? Good. Come on. Prohibited by an act of law. That is how you have to remember no smoking zones. Have you seen it wherever places you have gone? You haven't gone to such places. Neither you should target the goal. You can't get it. But किधर?
Public transport में लिखा रहता है,
It's
station में लिखा रहता है,
Airports में लिखा रहता है, where else? Theaters में लिखा रहता है, स्टेशन पे भी होता है. Very good बेटा.
उसके बाद रिक्शा में भी लिखा रहता है.
रिक्शा में भी लिखा रहता है.
hospital.
But have you seen smoking zone? ये भी देख. वो भी देख. किधर? Normally at certain restaurants, they give one small glass house ले या उधर जाने का. And you should see fire brigade की तरह धुआं निकलता है. Oh my God, what is this? Well, this is modern India. I think. And because I feel what is there, but ठीक है, everyone has their own reason. But I always feel कि at least you should tell them कि अपने लिए नहीं तो अपना health के लिए care कर, है कि नहीं? ठीक है, government gives that package with the legal warning. But then you see your own favorite actor is having that in a very stylish manner. Sorry to say, South Indian Anna Rajnikant is famous for that. है ना? And हिंदी में भी कुछ कम नहीं है. There are some people, हाँ, but उतना designs नहीं दिखाते, चुपचाप करते हैं. But the children have to be very careful. So नीचे एक warning आता है. What is that warning known as? Statutory warning. What is the meaning of the word statutory? Legal warning. Please do not copy the action performed by the experts. है ना? In the school. बच्चे ने घर पे आके WWE start किया. Then they have written in the school and in the house. फिर जाके बाहर. So do not copy the action in the school, house or anyway. तो मुझे तो लगता है ये जो भी smoking scenes रहता है, they have to be banned from the movies. But क्या करें? Some entrance ही वैसे ही करते हैं, दुआ के अंदर से बाहर आता है कुछ लोग. So our generation has to be told कि बच्चा ये copy मत करना, ठीक है? But हम लोग जो भी नहीं करना बोलेगा, बच्चा हमारा पहला वो बोलेगा, क्यों? तूने किया क्या? नहीं, पर तुझे कैसा मालूम? Teaching physics, that illuminated part of a lab, is it? Flame. The child is asking to the teacher, if I put the finger into the flame, what will happen? Teacher will, oh, it will burn. How do you know? The teacher ne bola, Shanti kar hai. You put your finger. No, I want you to taste first. Agar tera burn nahi ho to main dalunga. Correct? So there are certain things without experience only you should accept. If not, you will be into trouble. Like that, two acids normally the chemistry teacher might have told you. Most corrosive, what they? HCl and H2SO4. If I throw it over you, what will happen? Ooh, I will burn. So बच्चा बोलता है, no, you will not burn. मैं तुझे क्लास में कितना सताता है, तो क्लास छोड़ के जाती ही नहीं. है ना? ट्राई करेंगे टीचर को. कभी करेंगे ट्राई. So be very, very careful. So there are this no smoking. Now India is taking it very seriously. Why? Because the children who are taking birth, hardly 3 days old, is suffering from lung and asthmatic disorders. Is it the fault of that bacha? Fault of whom? The mother. I don't know about the mother, whether she was smoking or not, but she was exposed to that environment where this pollution was high. So that is why we have to give the future generation a life which we can at least ensure them. What is that? A clean and green environment. Is it possible? Yes. So next birthday, whenever you celebrate, you must plant at least one tree and make it happen that tree grows. तुरंत बच्चा अपना हॉर्लिक्स लेके जाके बच्चा ट्री को डाल के आया जल्दी नहीं पानी तो बस हो गया है ना. So this is the way I remember our childhood days. The teacher has told us, plant a tree, go to the nearby orphanage. अभी किधर है हमारे सिटी में नहीं है. Whenever possible, go to that, spend your birthday or celebration with that poor children. That day you spend that, you will never forget your birthday. Let me be assured. Why? Because you had brought smiles onto the face of those children who would not have seen. I don't know when you watch this American news channels and certain channels, even this WWE stars goes to every hospital. They go to the cancer hospital, they go to the polio affected children, they spend time with them. Why? These kids watch like you kids watch them. Oh, Undertaker, children. And imagine Undertaker sitting with a small boy who is going to die after 6 months. And that boy is giving a good time with that particular film. So this is what we memorize those children. The easiest thing that you can give, a smile to those who are destituted. You understand what destituted? Deprived of. But हमारा nature क्या है? कितना जन को आज रुलाया. That is the best. Teacher तो पहला, parents तो बेचारा जब से मैं जन्मा है रोता ही बैठा है ना? पता नहीं उनको क्या नहीं. बच्चा मार्क्स ला कर है तो फिर भी पापा बोलते ये काम है. पापा को खुद एग्जाम के लिए भेजती हूँ मैं. Don't be like that. Politely don't. So we always believe this no smoking zone, as he was saying, it has become, it's just a symbol. I've gone to certain restaurants, लिखा है, and the boy or the gentleman is doing it. तो मैंने ऑर्डर बोला एक है, क्या सब कस्टमर है, फिर मैं क्या करके दूंगे, या तो बोर्ड हटा या तो उसको हटा. सर वो क्या है रेगुलरली आता है, कभी कभी आता है, फिर एक काम करता है, मैं निकलता. Because I can't teach him. They're sitting and doing, and no smoking का जैसे बोला तूने उधर ही चिपकाया, and the boy are looking and talking and doing. It's better I move forward. So we always believe these are very small things. Although I'm putting so much effort to put into your brain, your future has to be secure. Either you become active, which I will break your head, and don't be a passive as well. What is passive? Try to move away from it. Why? It might affect you double than the person who is having. Is it okay? Chaliye. Is there anything else? Anybody want to? Let us go to the next part of the chapter. Next part क्या है? ये restricted use of fossil fuels लिखा. Nobody has written up. Put that heading. I'll give it. That will end this chapter. फिर ये organic farming नहीं है मैंने सुना है. क्या हो गया? Where are you in daydreams today? Restrictive use of fossil fuels. Who can tell me what are fossil fuels? What else? Can I say petroleum is a fossil fuel? Abhi burning of a fossil fuel adds to what? Air pollution. Can we stop it then? Pakka? So what is the alternative for a fossil fuel?
Hydrogen.
See the hydrogen inside. Non-conventional energy. What are they? Solar energy, tidal energy, wind energy. But can we use them on such a large scale? At least it can reduce the pressure. There is a number of buses that we have it in Navi Mumbai, EV buses we are saving. Correct? I think yesterday or day before yesterday only I could travel. पहली बार मैं बस में बैठा. And it's quite okay, good. AC भी थोड़ा ठीक था. And बस भी okay था. But the main thing, it was an EV.
Double decker EV है.
हाँ वो नहीं देखा, but जो मिला मैं बैठा, जहाँ से गया था. So we always believe, like me, there are so many people who are traveling. Instead of using your two-wheeler or four-wheeler, you use your public transport. It's going to reduce the thing. Carry on. Use of fossil fuels, especially. Use of fossil fuels, especially coal and petroleum. adds to the increasing level of pollution. Use of fossil fuels, especially coal and petroleum, adds to the increasing level of pollution. Full stop. Easy way to reduce -1. Use of non-conventional. Why people are saying this much? क्या हो गया? Tired हो? इसके पहले भी क्लास था. You come for only this lecture or you got 2 lectures earlier before to this? पक्का ना? I'll try to leave you. Right now, use of non-conventional sources of energy. Anything you write down? Tidal, wind, geothermal, electric, whatever it is. Geothermal is use of internal heat, na? India में 2 जगह पर मणिकरण, वो सन से क्या है? मणिकरण and Pipla Valley, India. हिमाचल में है वो नहीं था. बोल तो रहा हूँ second is what? Reduction in the overall use of conventional fossil fuel. Next. Third. Use of non-polluting engines and non-stop use of CFCs. Everyone knows what a CFC is? Chlorofluorocarbon. Very good. And the last point, use of CNG and natural gases. First, read karo. Next 5 minutes, I will start the new chapter. And if you want anything, please ask me. If not, I think you are going crazy with this pollution. Am I correct? You won't go crazy with the next chapter. Very interesting. We'll start with the videos only. Wonderful videos. Don't give me yawning signals like this. So sleepy, go. Put some water and come. This is very important chapter, dear. It happens. You get up early for the school, is it? Go. Put some water. Get some fresh air. Next time you on I'll strike you out. Fresh air. उधर किधर fresh air है भाई? अब तो बंद है. So now put today's date, write the chapter number, a very interesting chapter. So people are habituated in writing 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay, yes, sir. Natural vegetation is क्या? Natural region of the world. You can pack your bag and be ready. Only explain it. You want to write?
No.
Then pack your bag. At least your concentration level will increase. बच्चा क्या है? पूरा सोसाइटी का भर के रखे हैं. किसका है? तुम्हारा है? I remember my school days, 2 pen here, 1 pencil in the pocket, and instrument box अलग रहता था. मेरे पास भी अलग है. स्कूल में डिस्पोजल कर पड़े होता है. भाई तुम लोग अभी बच्चे के गरीब को चलो फिर
सर वो रहती वहां की डायरेक्ट कचरे में डाल देती।
अच्छा है, वो बेचारे हर रोज कितना तो बांटे। So when you look at this chapter, technique पे अंदर रखा है, कोई एक technique दे दो, हाँ wait, you back. I will show that. I will show you some wonderful videos. The entire chapter has to be studied very seriously because it comes with the one good map work. Okay. So now minds are ready to listen to me. Back factor पे तुरंत उधर करना मम्मी ने क्या dinner बनाया. Now look here. So first thing that I have to explain the meaning of the word natural region. How do I understand or how do you look at? Sir, in our area there is no natural region. Everything is created. Am I correct? But you go to certain places like Himachal. You go to certain places like northeastern hilly states. We have vegetation and forests which are not created by human beings, but on its own. Have you heard about biomes? A rich flora and fauna which are intermingling with one another. When I'm going to teach you tropical grassland, have you heard about grasslands? We have to understand where it is found, which are the areas, what are the animals, what is human adaptation, temperature and climate. So every 4 or 5 headings you have to remember as it is. Okay. So we always believe this chapter will teach you only one thing, that world throughout the globe has different types of vegetation. So the first vegetation that we'll be studying is nothing but equatorial region. As the word says equatorial region, what will be the latitudinal location? 0 to 7 degree north and south of the equator. Come on everyone. 0 to 7. North and south of the equator. Did they shade here somewhere? Are we having some part of South America, Africa, and these are the island area entire, Philippines, Manila, whatever. So what kind of forest here will be? You have already studied equatorial forest. Tall trees. Every tree is competing for the sunlight. 3 kinds of canopy. You remember? Upper layer, middle and lower layer. And then we understand what kind of vegetation will be, what kind of animals will be found here, and what is the human adaptation. The second one that we'll be studying is nothing but, I think, tropical grasslands here and tropical monsoon forest area. Anyway, one by one I'll show you so that you will remember when I'm giving you notes and how. When we use about grasslands, it is all over the world located. ये भी वैसे ही है. 7 degree to 15 or 10 degree है. आप बोलेंगे सर इक्वेटोरियल भी उसी में, हाँ, ट्रॉपिकल इक्वेटोरियल भी उसमें, ट्रॉपिकल ग्रासलैंड्स भी उसी में आता है. But the names of the grasslands throughout the continents are same. In Australia they call it as wells, BLD as wells. Here they call it as prairies. Prairies. Not American. So Llanos and Campos, these are the 2 areas. Although they are grasslands, but different regions, differently. Again, इसका location, latitude कहाँ से कहाँ मिलता है, इसका climate, temperature, और क्या करना है, animal life and human adaptation. Bas. I will give you the notes exactly, and let me be very sure you will get detailed answer on these chapters. If they ask you only the human adaptation of tropical grassland, उतना ही लिखो जो short में देगा. But if they ask you full-fledged, you have to write the notes that I give. The next one we will have, it is tropical deserts. As the word saying desert, एक कौन सा zone में रहेगा? Torrid to temperate zone में रहेगा. Torrid zone समझा? So that is between what? 20 degree to 40 degree to something like that, north and south of the latitude. As it is desert, what kind of animals will be found? But what kind of animals? Burrowing animals. What are burrowing? Who dug a hole to the ground. And what kind of plants you will study? Xerophytic plants. Xerophytic. Long roots in search of water. Correct? And what kind of vegetation? Generally which thrive only here. Date palms. Suna date palms? They only grow here. Agriculture? No agriculture. So this is what animals, as I've already told you. The next to tropical grasslands will be going into Mediterranean region. Achha, abhi like tropical monsoon. And is India shaded tropical monsoon? Is India shaded? Which other countries you recognize along with India? Come on. No other country. Sri Lanka. अरे ये अफ्रीका का रेन बेसिन है, साउथ अमेरिका है, सेंट्रल अमेरिका, नॉर्थ अमेरिका पार्ट है, दिस पार्ट ऑफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया, एंटायर एशिया, बांग्लादेश है ना, सिंगापुर and all these countries का. So as it's saying monsoon, we get the monsoon during summer season. एक मेडिटेरियन रीजन रहेगा, वो summers are dry, winters are wet. उधर उनको winters में rainfall मिलता है. Temperatures are 20 to 30. And the highest temperature is only 30 degrees. Can you imagine? 30 degrees in Mumbai करके लिए highest नहीं है. So we always believe this is tropical monsoon. What is the word monsoon? Rainfall. And to be very frank, एक question आएगा. The tropical monsoon regions are granaries of the world. What is granaries? They grow mainly rice and wheat. Rice and wheat. India में भी होता है, Philippines में भी होता है, बांग्लादेश में भी होता है. And mainly we are growing rice and wheat. Is it okay? The next and the most important is, I love it, is Mediterranean region. Anybody knows what is Mediterranean region famous for, or why it is Mediterranean? Is it correct? What is Mediterranean region? Because we have a big sea which is called as Mediterranean. And those stretches of land which are found in and around that Mediterranean. And to be very frank, these are those regions which attracts largest tourists. Middle East. Normally, we say Mediterranean are those where their summers are dry and winters are wet. They get maximum rainfall in winter. And absolutely wonderful. I'm going to show the videos of Mediterranean. Is it okay? And when we move away from Mediterranean, look at the location. This part of Central America, South America, the topmost part of Africa, and this part of maybe Russia, not Russia, it is. Europe, Central Europe. And next. Okay. Then we have the temperate grasslands. Grasslands, it's generally tall grasses. And these are the areas which are open stretch land. What are stretch lands? Trees are very minimum, or less trees. And to be very frank, normal number of herbivores are very high. What are herbivores? Grasses hai to waise hi rahega. And to hunt on the grasses, we have lion and tiger bulls. And only stretches and stretches of grassland. And trees are normally short, bushes or very one. मतलब acres and acres of grassland में एक या दो tree दिखे. And summers are very hot and winters are seriously not very cold. थोड़ा सा extreme है, 10 degree भी गिरता है, but normally it is between 20 to 30 degree only. What is good thing about the grasslands? They are also flat topography. They are involved in agriculture. Is it okay? And then they go that the steppes, the prairies, the and these are pampas, these are bells, and these are Murray Darling bolta hai. Ye downs hai. We have Murray and Darling here also. And the last two important, generally people find it easy to learn, but not easy to live. Any idea? We have one is taiga, another is tundra. And what is taiga? Taiga is the lower part of the northern Europe. Southern में नहीं है. अभी taiga and tundra only north में, south में नहीं. अभी तक तो north and south लिखना है. Taiga and tundra is only in northern hemisphere. Why not in the southern hemisphere? So we always believe these are the entire area which is on. Iska exact above apna taiga rahega. This is tundra, and these are very always snowfall. This is tundra. So when I'm going to mark you in the world map, exactly taiga will be coming and tundra will be. Tundra is very severe. 6 months of, we can say, no sunlight zone. It's almost like night, but it is not night, but it is there. And animals are generally the fluffy animal. What is that? Polar bears and reindeer and Eskimos. You know who are Eskimos? Who live in the ice house. Igloos, igloos. Vaisa type tribal community here. So here normally the vegetations are minimum, and whatever vegetation found are coniferous trees. What are coniferous? Needle-like leaves, so that the snowfall doesn't follow you. So how many divisions we have up till? Come on, first one we have done equatorial forest. Second, what we have done? Tropical grassland. Third one, what we have done? Tropical monsoonal forest. Fourth one, what we done? Tropical, temperate desert or only desert. And fifth one, temperate grasslands. Am I correct? A tropical or a temperate. And next one, Mediterranean region. And next one, tundra. And the last one is tide. Is it all the forest clear? So let us watch the video. Be ready to run away next 5 minutes. So this is one wonderful video of Perry. That's what I showed to the entire branches. So that so which one is the first one? Is that equatorial? है ना? अभी जाएंगे नहीं तो कौन बोला अभी जाएगा? मनस्वी थापर नहीं? Wait. ये तो मैंने ऑन ही लिंक कर सकता हूँ. Or tropical monsoon, no equatorial. कोई स्कॉलर नहीं पढ़ेगा तो स्कॉलर है वहाँ भी These are wonderful. Better, beautiful videos. And they explain in such a nice manner. You will love to watch the again later.
Equatorial region. Location. The equatorial region lies in and around the equator, constituting the torrid zone of the earth, extending from 5 degrees north to 5 degrees south of the equator.
The
equatorial region includes the Amazon basin of Brazil, North America, the Congo Zaire basin in Africa, Southeast Asian region, Malaysia and Indonesia. The amazing Amazon rainforest. 10% of world's known species and 20% of the world's bird species are found in the Amazon rainforest. There are also about 2.5 million insect species and about 40,000 plant species. Let us study a little more about the Amazon rainforest. The equatorial region receives direct rays from the sun and is therefore hot all through the year. The harsh sun rays heat up the land and also cause constant evaporation from the water bodies. The equatorial region experiences high humidity and heavy rainfall throughout the year. That is why this region is also known as hot wetlands. Another feature of the
just pause it for right now. Did I explain convectional rainfall? Anybody remember? So the convection is like this, correct? Normally the cloud formation, correct? And it's called the 4 p.m. showers we both have. What about? Wait, school में हुआ कि नहीं chapter? Means from morning till afternoon. There is a high rate of what? High rate of evaporation, correct? And by 2 to 3, the condensation starts. And by 4 p.m., the same spot, heavy rain. This is called a torrential rain. So this is which kind of rainfall? Convection. So that is why these are called as which lands? Hot and wet lands. Till 12 or till 2, the temperature might be 36 and 37. And suddenly by 4, you will get thundering lightning rainfall. By 6, 7 rainfall khatam ho jayega, you won't feel anything cool. Abhi bhi garmi rahega. But more or less in a week, 4 or 5 days, you get this kind of rainfall. What is that? Convectional rainfall. Switch it on.
What is convectional rainfall? When the sun heats up the earth, it causes the warm air to rise. This warm and moisture-laden air rises up. It cools and condenses in the atmosphere to form clouds. At a later time in the day, there is precipitation and it rains. This kind of rainfall is also accompanied by thunder and lightning. Convectional rainfall is also called common law shower. Vegetation. The equatorial region is thick with forest cover and foliage. Forests receive rain every day and are therefore known as rainforests. A leaf that might take 1 year to decompose in a regular climate will disappear in 6 weeks in the equatorial climate. Giant anteaters live in this layer. Some trees growing abundantly in this region are fruitful everywhere.
Just pause it. Look at this. Exact textbooks also will tell you. So these three you have to write without forgetting: rosewood, ebony, and mahogany. And rubber, you remember. What is this? Cinchona. This is the special kind of. And these are generally useful for furniture making, light, and they are good. But what is bad thing about these forests are human inaccessibility zero. They are dense, especially which jungle they were saying, Amazon. Once you lost in the Amazon, you will be never found. So there are many times that geographers have gone in and there is no signal, to be very frank. WhatsApp or mobile kuch nahi chalne wala. And you have to be very careful because these are those jungles. Once you lost, it's very difficult to plot you from a chopper also. अबे वो तुझे contact भी तो कैसे करेगा? Though they carry extraordinarily that satellite remote sensing phones. सब जाके किसी को पकड़ा है. In fact, I remember one Discovery Channel episode where out of 4, 2 have been, and they were found after 2 weeks. And one of the person was very weak, other person was not very weak. Okay, because food supply नहीं था उनके पास. So he started eating bed bugs. So, and he started eating in front of the live interview where the lady was taking the interview. And the lady always and ooze. And the doctor said, if that person might not have eaten that bug size, he might have died. Imagine. So this is your jungle to the best. Correct? So they are dense jungle, but they are a little bit not so good. But these act as a granary. You understand granary? Not the granary, the green cover, because the concentration of trees are so high. Now you can pack up and go. So when I'm meeting you in the next lecture, please write a small introduction note for what? For which? Only natural vegetation.